Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Unmet Style chat session. I've got Jonathan K here again with the Grasshopper Group. Hey,
Hey, how's it going, Gene?
good to have you back so soon. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
man, I'm surprised and happy. It's great.
Cool. Well, the reason I got you back here is you sent some news out on Twitter here recently about your Barcamp tour that you've
Yeah.
worked out. Tell me about that. How did that get started, and why are you doing that?
Yeah, so it's crazy. You were actually kind of a little bit of a part of it, and you probably didn't even really know it. I work really closely with our founder here, David Hauser, and him and I had always been in the belief of we hate traditional sponsorships.
Right.
We get emails all the time because we're so entrepreneurial focused. We're doing X, Y, and Z. It's supporting entrepreneurs. Can we have $1,000? We'll put you on our website. We'll put you on the back of our T-shirt. And my response is always, I don't want to be on your website. I don't want to be on your T-shirt. But if there's anything I can do to donate my time, my expertise, any experiences that we've had, it's absolutely my pleasure. We'll fly out there. Just let us know.
Wow.
And so, from what you know about conferences and that kind of mentality, that really aligns with bar camps, right? Because bar
Yeah.
camps aren't necessarily about the money. It's much more about the community. It's much more about going there and getting involved. And when you're bold enough to fly from Boston to, say, Tampa Bay or Nebraska, Omaha, and go and get involved in someone's bar camp and buy some beers for the people kind of get a little bit impressed, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit above and beyond. It's certainly not your traditional sponsorship. It's just saying I'm going to buy beer and I'm going to have as many conversations as I can.
Right. You're sponsoring those conversations.
Exactly, exactly. So it kind of started there last year, doing this
Okay.
experiment with bar camps.
Well, real
Um,
quickly,
yeah,
for
please.
everybody, if they don't know what a bar camp is per se, because there are people that don't know, bar camp is
No, no, of course.
it's sort of like an ad hoc conference, wouldn't you say, where everybody of like mind and unlike mind really come together and they plan the conference that morning of the conference, and then everybody votes, and then you go about your day learning stuff. And that's actually where I met you. I met you down in Tampa Bay, at
Yeah,
Bar Camp Tampa.
exactly. Not only do we meet there, but the cool part about the conference is that they're free and they're
Yes.
put on by the community. So it's not like you're bringing in, Jason Fried to speak.
Right.
It's like, the person who's in your community who's passionate about design, or the person who drove down from Nashville who's passionate about design, like that's who's giving the speech. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's almost more genuine, I guess you could say, because it's so ad hoc.
Right. I would agree with that. So you teamed up with Wufoo, Mailchimp, and your group, Grasshopper Group.
Yep.
So how did that trifecta, the tripower, come about?
Yeah, so we're all kind of founding members. I think the conversation kind of started in our office, but for no real reason other than we had kind of had some experience doing that.
Hmm.
And every time we got back from a bar camp, Gene, we kept thinking, shit, like how can we make this better? Like this is such a, you know what I mean? Like when you get back from something, you just feel that
Hmm.
invigoration. It's like I can't believe I have to wait a couple more months to go to another one.
Yep.
It's like, okay, if we're feeling that much value for how much money we're spending, we got to find a way to make this better. And what's really cool about Mailchimp and Wufoo is that it was really logical for us, right? It's like these two companies, Gene, are companies that are doing like really cool things, right? It's like you have Mailchimp,
Yes.
who's doing this like $1 million integration fund, right? So they're essentially saying that we put $1 million forward. Anyone who wants to create any cool application that integrates with Mailchimp, we will fund it, we'll support it, and like are just going around and like supporting these small businesses, right? Like they were part of the small business
Yep.
web very early on, so they really get it. They make those ridiculous hats that they put on and they walk
Yes.
around, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then you have Wufoo, who's also part of the small business web. We actually met, Kevin in Tampa Bay, which is the
Right.
cool part. And there, though they haven't announced this, he said I could say this on the show, is that they're actually giving away free Wufoo accounts to all bar camps, all Ignite, and all Refresh events because they want to support people in the
Wow.
community who are putting on events like this. So
That's pretty
premium
huge.
accounts for Wufoo for anyone who's involved in those events.
Right.
And so it's like you see people like that, and it's just so natural, right? Like we kind of said it on the website, but I'll reiterate it here. It's like it was the easiest conversation I've ever had.
Wow.
They were just like, wow, like we want to be involved in this.
That's awesome. So you've got all that. What do you guys actually do? The website says you come in sort of like a deployment group and help these things go along. What do you guys do the day of the event?
Yeah, so I hope you don't mind me saying, but we don't completely know. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
absolutely.
And that's kind of the fun part about it for us. We're taking it
Yeah,
bar camp by bar camp, organizer by organizer, because what we've learned is someone in their second year is so much different than someone in their
right.
fifth year, right? And they might need exactly different things. So I'll give you one very brief example. Where we're planning on starting Bar Camp Boston, they've always had a real problem with an after party. They've
Right.
never had someone who stepped up and did it. They've always spread it out around a couple bars, so it's never really been the kind of binding thing that I've seen it be at other bar camps.
Yeah,
So we're going to come in and solve that pain point for them,
that's
right?
awesome.
But then you have these guys in Charlotte, North Carolina, who reached out to us, and they're like, "Listen, like we actually have everything figured out. We don't want any money or anything, but we just would love for you guys to come and like speak on a panel and
That's
just
awesome.
come down because we want to meet your brands." You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like we don't really know, but anyone who reaches out to us and is that passionate, like we have X amount of dollars per bar camp,
Sure.
and like whatever we can do with that allows us to have a good time, but also helps you is kind of the win-win.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, on behalf of everyone who's been to a bar camp or who is organizing one, thank you so much
Oh, dude,
to all,
it's
all
my
three
pleasure,
groups
man.
and you especially, because I know you had a big part in it.
Yeah.
So thanks for telling me about it.
No, dude, it's my pleasure, man. Thanks for helping spread the word, right? Like it's
Absolutely.
important that other organizers find out about it because I don't know, we just want to help, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good one.